On today's show.
Yesterday we shot down angry Uncle Bob's hot sports takes. Today we explain how to deal with sweet Aunt Carol.
Thanksgiving stuffing. We show you the top 10 blocks of the season thus far.
And in the hot seat, Isaiah Thomas joins us to answer which current player would have made the best bad boy.
It's Wednesday, November 26th. The starter starts now. Let's dance!
Good evening, sweet world, and welcome to the starters. Whether you're joining us live online or catching us on NBA TV, we're very, very happy to have you. I'm J.E. Skeets, and alongside me, as always, it's Tas Melis.
I hope you all do some dancing this Thanksgiving weekend.
To my right, it's the starters blog editor, Trey Kirby.
Hey-o! Hey-yo!
And finally, a lover of sweet potatoes. It's the Australian, it's Lee Ellis.
Girls.
Lele.
Lily, all right. On yesterday's show, we explained how to deal with your angry Uncle Bob's hot sports takes this Thanksgiving Day dinner. But let's not forget about his wife, sweet Aunt Carol. Now, she's a whole different problem than angry Uncle Bob, because sweet Aunt Carol, a heart of gold, by the way, but she's a chatty woman, and she has a lot of questions. She knows you like the NBA, so she's going to ask you about a whole slew of topics about the sport.
Sure.
This is where we come in. We're going to help you out. So a few possible questions, again, that sweet Aunt Carol might be throwing at you tomorrow, like this.
Now, tell me, honey, is that LeBron fella still the best player in the league these days? I'm on his new diet.
You look great. You look great, Carol.
You're seeing results already.
You are. This is a tough question, though, because the likely answer is yes, he still is the best player in the league. He's not even 30 years old yet. But is he playing like the best player in the league? Absolutely not.
No way.
Absolutely not. We know the Cavs struggles right now at 6 and 7, but even LeBron himself, he's averaging only 25 a game. That's his lowest points per game since his rookie season. 7 and 6. I mean, he does fill the box score, but he's not shooting the ball as efficiently as well. And defensively, we've seen him check out at times. So, yes, he is likely the best player in the league, but not right now. So who is? Who do we tell Carol is the best?
And Carol, let me tell you about something going on in a very small city in the U.S., a very small market. The New Orleans Pelicans have Anthony Davis as their lead guy. Let me give you the physicals on him first. 6'10", a wingspan of 7'70", blocks shots like nobody's business, on multiple blocks on one possession, way out above the rim. Obviously, he's throwing down mad dunks everywhere he looks. But he's more than that. He is more than that. He can handle the ball. He can lead a break like a guard. He once was a guard, but he got big. He's got the monster handles. He'll pivot you, or he'll square you up, and he'll take a jumper over you, and then he'll drive by you. Second in points, first in blocks, fifth in steals. You'd like him, Aunt Carol, because he doesn't bend either. He's not plucking that brow. He's staying strong to the unibrow. He does absolutely everything. I'm still mesmerized by, I mean, they're setting pin downs for him. He does everything on the basketball floor. If you're starting a franchise, are you starting? Before the season, we would have all said LeBron,
Durant,
KD, but I think at this point, you're probably saying Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I don't think Aunt Carol would ask you who you start a franchise around, but if it's a question here on the show, yeah, maybe she really loves the game. It's tough not to pick AD. Yeah. You know, DeMarcus Cousins comes into the mix as well. We've sort of debated, if you want to call it that, these two guys and how great both of the numbers they're putting up and how they're leading their teams. It's a fun debate because you can't really pick a wrong answer between a cornerstone for a franchise, but I would lean towards AD.
Yeah, and with DeMarcus Cousins, I guess the thing is you want to see him have a leadership kind of capabilities for more than a month, right? He's kind of been a bit of a problem child so far in his career. Things seem to have turned around this year, but they're also going well in Sacramento now. Who knows how things turn out? Like you said, you could go either way between Anthony Davis and DeMarcus.
What I like though about Anthony Davis is before the season, he was so hyped up. We all wondered if maybe we're actually putting the horse before the cart in this instance.
That's fair.
And was he, you know, we still wanted to have another year or two to see him grow, but he's actually responded to that challenge.
He's exceeded our expectations,
exceeded,
I think, because we were comparing him to Akeem with those type numbers early in his career.
And now all we really want to see is that the Pelicans actually cash in and get a lot of wins and really establish themselves as a genuine chance to make the playoffs in the West, which I don't think at the moment we're all convinced that they're in there at the moment.
He's just such a special guy. And Aunt Carol, yeah, she doesn't watch a lot of basketball games, but she definitely hasn't seen a guy who's 6'10", who can sort of cradle the ball as he drives like a guard, who knows how to do that, block shots that way. This is just a special, special guy. I think that's clear.
So those are the big guys, but like the dunk contests, people love the smaller people. They really do. So I think Steph Curry has to be in the conversation here as the best player in the league.
Yeah,
right now.
For your son, Patrick, Aunt Carol, get him a Steph Curry jersey. What 12-year-old kid is not going to have Steph Curry as their favorite player? He looks like a child, and he literally is dominating games. He's maybe the scariest offensive player in the league right now. As soon as the Warriors get the ball off a rebound, you have to start guarding him. He can shoot from anywhere.
What we saw there on Tuesday night, 40 points on 19 shots. He hits 8 threes. And he must be the most frustrating player to play against defensively because you can be right up on him, but he needs like that much space to fling it up.
Yeah.
And he's already backpedaling. I mean, he's already confident. We saw there on Tuesday night that it's going in.
And you're right. He is flinging the ball. It's not like he's getting set necessarily to shoot the ball. He's just releasing it, and it's going in so pure. But also, even if you do get up on him, he can either step back further, or we're seeing a lot more this year. He can take it inside.
I think Chris Webber pointed it out on Game Time that he thinks Steph Curry might be the best shooter ever when you put a handle in the mix. Because the guy, you're exactly right. I mean, he's going to be one of the best shooters of all time when it's all said and done.
I don't know if you have to put a handle in the mix. I mean, in terms of just calling him the best shooter, who's ever played, you don't necessarily have to throw the handle in the mix. He's obviously able to just be on balance at any time, whether or not he's handling the ball. Where he's gotten better, to me, is he gets past that first line of defense who's out pressuring him, and in the mid-range, he's way more comfortable. Because it was just a comfort thing. Because he would just get into that mid-range, and he'd just kind of chuck up that floater a little too soon, a little too quickly. But he's just comfortable from anywhere on the basketball.
He's a killer.
Yeah. He really is. So there's a couple for Aunt Carol to consider as the best players in the league right now. Let's keep going. Another possible question that you might hear at Thanksgiving tomorrow.
I get tired so easily these days. What's the most exciting team to watch on TV that won't put me to sleep?
It's a good question.
Let's stay with those Warriors.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's just stay with the Golden State Warriors because that's an easy one. They play defense. They're have some of the greatest shooters in the league in Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, and then they got
a lot of great passers.
Bigs that can pass.
Is actually top 5 in assist percentage now. It's crazy that he can pass as well as he shoots. Andrew Bogut's a great passer. Andre Iguodala is a great passer. They do a lot of really fun things to watch, and they are the kings of a 12-0 run in like 4 possessions. They'll just hit 4 threes, the game's over, and everybody's going crazy at the Oracle.
One problem with the Warriors. I don't know where Aunt Carol lives. I can't remember. Does she live on the East Coast? I mean,
she's a Midwesterner.
The games are going to be late. Yeah, she's in the Midwest? Okay, then she's fine. All right. What other teams, though, in the mix here?
The Dallas Mavericks are crazy fun to watch right now. They've got the most amazing offense if you sit down and watch their game because they can go inside to Tyson Chandler with all these alley-oops, but also they can step outside and knock down 3-pointers. They've got so many different weapons. Zach Lowe and Grantland had a fantastic article about their offense just the other day, and it just shows there's so much pick and roll, there's so much ball movement. It's kind of taking over what the Spurs did last year, which was so successful. Just everyone gets involved. It's not necessarily they're running plays all the time. It's just keep moving, keep that ball moving, and you see so many highlights. They're leading the league in dunks and they're second in 3-pointers.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shocker. The Dallas Mavericks leading the league in dunks with 92 right now.
The third team that I want to tell Aunt Carol about is the Phoenix Suns because the small guys are obviously popular. This team is led by the small guys, but they do big man things. Eric Bledsoe gets out and blocks shots, and he runs and obviously can create offense. I've focused this entirely on Eric Bledsoe because I just love watching the man play because he can just take over a game at absolutely any time. You know, he's very Dwayne Wade-like in the way where he can just get to the rim wherever he likes. I mean, putting him in Dwayne Wade's category is a bit much, but blocking shots like Dwayne Wade in terms of just he's just altering shots. He is absolutely everywhere on a basketball floor whenever you want. And then you throw in Goran Dragic and Isaiah Thomas into the mix there. They're just so
tricky players.
Yeah, whenever they want, they just create, and it's so fun to watch.
Eric Bledsoe called the mini LeBron and compared to Dwayne Wade by Tas Melas. Not bad, those two players for right now. All right, another question from sweet Aunt Carol that she might have for us.
These basketball guys seem like pretty snazzy dressers. Who's got the coolest look?
Well, Aunt Carol, let me tell you who the best dressed team in the league is, because it is by far the New York Knicks. I am personally a fan of all of Melo's weird hats. They've just kind of nailed the entire New York look. Everybody looks cool. Everybody looks a different individual. If you're playing in New York, you have to dress well. You can't just slum it like Tim Duncan. You got to throw on a chapeau.
You've got the James Harden. He shows up in some interesting gear. That's sort of like what Carol was wearing.
Yeah, she would probably love that shit.
That's an Ed Hardy look.
She would maybe rock that. Kevin Durant gives hope to all skinny guys out there that you can get a well-fitted suit and rock it.
Yeah, he's really stepped up his game. He's potential a lot this year. He's seen a ton of different suits. They're always well-tailored, nice trim looks. Usually pretty dark stuff. Looks cool.
Don't know about the pants in this one, though.
Yeah, Swaggy P, that's an obvious one. We got to throw Swaggy. Swaggy Lee, what do you think about Swaggy P?
Yeah, I mean, if Swaggy wasn't in this, he'd be very offended. But
he's got the personality to pull off anything.
He does.
And the king, has to be Russell Westbrook. We've seen Russell show up in some of the craziest outfits. I mean, it's at least going to get Aunt Carol and everyone at the dinner table talking about some of these looks. Look,
I think Aunt Carol could wear some of these.
when he showed up as the Urkel bot was a personal favorite. I know Aunt Carol watched Family Matters. I know that. And one more from sweet Aunt Carol. One more question you might hear.
She was also watching Ellen when they talked about Michael Carter Williams. It was a very exciting moment for MCW, I'm sure. I saw Ellen talk about some Michael Carter Williams guy. Is his team any good?
Jeez, Carol! I already told you they stink. Why do you never listen to what I say?
What?
I'm always telling you the things that are true, and you always blow me off asking your nephews.
Angry Uncle Bob. I still don't know how he got sweet Aunt Carol.
Time to go home.
Yeah, I know.
Time to go home, Uncle Bob. I think you've had a little too much
You
fun
saw me
here.
in high school, Carol. You know I can play.
Coming up, 5 questions with a 12-time NBA All-Star. Yes, Zeke
We
jumps
finished third
in the
in
hot
state.
seat next.
Third in state. 2
Relax,
years
Uncle Bob.
running.
Relax. Welcome back to the Starters. We're joined by one of the best point guards in NBA history, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas. Zeke, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Very excited to have you here, but that doesn't mean we're going to take it easy on you.
I understand.
We got you in the hot seat. Yeah, it's hot, but it's gonna get even hotter.
This one
in
Zeke
here.
thrives when he's
So
when
let's
it's hot.
crank up the heat a little bit. 5 questions for a Hall of Famer, Isaiah Thomas. Zeke, first question. It's a tough one. It's one we've debated on the show. Will the Oklahoma City Thunder make the playoffs this year?
No.
Whoa.
Wow. Just
Bold.
like that. They've dug a too deep a hole.
Too deep a hole, and the teams in the West are too good. And unless Phoenix has a major collapse, and I just don't see how they can overtake any of those teams that are above them right now.
Wow, there it is.
All right, we want to hear it from one of the best ever to do it. Who's the best point guard in the game right now? Their season, who do you think's having the best season?
I mean, up until now, I would have to say Steph Curry. I mean, he's doing it on both ends. He's defending, he's scoring, he's leading his team. He's, you know, he's probably the most exciting point guard that you want to watch play right now. So I'd have to say Steph Curry right now.
Impossible to argue that.
That's exactly right. The league has changed quite a bit since your heyday with the Pistons, Zeke. But who is the most bad boys player currently in the league? The guy that fit in with you guys back in the 80s?
I would say Joakim Noah.
Oh, nice one.
Good one.
Nice.
That would be a guy that I think all of us would welcome on our team.
Gets under people's skin for sure.
I mean, he plays the right way. He sets screens. He's an excellent passer. He's a great rebounder. And he's all about team, and he's all about the win.
And the type of guy that you love to play with, but just hate to play against.
Absolutely.
That sort of sums it up there. All right.
Right, Isaiah, taking you back to the 1987 All-Star game in Seattle. Yeah, this is my favorite question, by the way. Now, the West are down by 2 in regulation. Rolando Blackman goes to line after you foul him to shoot 2 free throws. Now, you're in the background talking trash to him, but it didn't work because he knocked in both free throws. So I want to know what it was you were actually saying to him.
Well, he and I were both on the 80 Olympic team together. And after practice, we would always play this game of distraction, where you try to distract the other guy from making his free throws, and you give these game situations,
Right.
whatever, down 2, and the crowd is going, woo, woo, miss it, miss it. So I was behind him saying, miss it, and I would come in front of his face, but of course he had his concentration down.
The confidence,
He
baby,
had
confidence.
the confidence, baby, confidence.
Confidence, baby,
Yeah.
confidence. All right, final question, Zeke, here on the hot seat. Thanksgiving Day, tomorrow, we know you're going to be with the fam. You're heading up to New York, you said. What's the most overrated Thanksgiving dish?
You know, I'm all about the sides, so I am going to say the turkey is the most overrated.
Here we go.
I'm going to say
I'm
the
with you, Zeke.
turkey is the most overrated because at the end of the day, you know, the sides is really what we all at the table for. I mean, and then the poor turkey is like, sitting there, it's like,
Nobody cares about the turkey.
I mean, you care about the turkey in a different kind of way. You don't want to see the turkey slaughtered, but at the same time, it's like,
You're there for the sides.
You really, I'm there for the sides.
There it is.
Great
Hey,
point.
You're there for the helpers.
It's your hot seat. It's yours questions. Zeke, thank you so much for joining us here on The Starters. Happy Thanksgiving.
You're welcome.
To you and the fam.
And thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right back, guys. It is the season of Thanksgiving stuffing, so we're going to give you an early serving when we run through the top 10 blocks of the season so far. Don't go anywhere. You're watching The Starters. starters. Let's unleash the unicorn. Let's get to the starters fantasy minute, guys. As America gets ready to celebrate Thanksgiving tomorrow, it's that time of year for us to stop and think about what we're thankful for. Good health, family and friends, and of course, a player or two on our fantasy teams.
Damian Lillard, I am so thankful for everything you do for my team that I'm gonna rap 4 bars for you, and I don't even care that it's Friday.
Wow.
Damian Lillard, sliding, gliding, it's almost like he floata. Once called the Rose, now called the Moda. He out on the court, he's doing it for the O. Better keep alert, or you'll be the puppet show.
4
yeah,
bars.
Dame.
4
yeah,
bars
Dame.
Wednesday.
Wow, Tassie.
All right, so you're thankful for Damian Lillard helping your team out. What about you, Trey?
Well, I'm thankful for Jrue Holiday. He's not a guy that gets brought up a lot when you're talking about the best point guards in the league, but he's going to give you 15, 6, a steal, not turn the ball over. He shoots great percentages. He's like 90% from the line. And you know, if you're not going to have Anthony Davis, the next best thing is to have Anthony Davis as point guard because you're getting all the benefits of those alley-oops. Jrue Holiday has really helped me out a lot this year. Plus, it's Thanksgiving. What a holiday.
Yeah, if only Deontay Christmas was still on both holidays. Lee, who are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for Tim Duncan. Sure, he's older than Dr. James Naismith, but you know what? He's still delivering. These numbers aren't going to blow you away. 13 points, nearly 11 rebounds, a couple of blocks, a couple of assists, and a steal. The percentages are always there. The Diors have struggled out of the blocks this season, but there's been one constant, and that's been Tim Duncan. I'm not even mad when Greg Popovich sits him for a game or two because when he does play, he delivers. In his last game, he was 2 steals and 1 block shy from going from a 5-by-5. Tim Duncan,
amazing.
I am very thankful for you.
I'm going to stick with the San Antonio Spurs, Lee. Danny Green, I am so thankful for you. You're a fantasy game changer. DeMarcus Cousins, Chris Bosh, my first 2 picks, they're doing the heavy lifting, sure, but you're bringing in the fragile, the lamps, the paintings that I care about. That's what you're bringing into this squad. I snatched you at the end of the 9th round. You're a top 35 fantasy basketball player right now. You're giving me 2 threes a game, a steal, a block. It's beautiful, and I'm very thankful for you because my team really needs you because my team stinks. Danny Green, extremely, extremely thankful. Guys, let us know who you're thankful for in your fantasy basketball teams. Hashtag the starters. But now, it's time to hit you with an early serving of stuffing. It's time as we count down the top 10 blocks of the season so far. Let's get right into it at number 10. Jeff Teague with the chase down.
Oh yeah, hopefully we see some of that down at the Fortress tonight.
On Shane Larkin, timed it absolutely perfectly.
Last second.
At MSG.
At number 9, Anthony Davis, 2 blocks on 1 possession. No big deal. Usually 2 blocks on 1 possession is done at the rim. No, gets 6'11" LaMarcus Aldridge about 15 feet out. Then he goes and gets West as well, Anthony
Both on
Davis.
fadeaways.
Keep doing it.
Just like rainbows, the only thing better than a double block, a triple block.
Oh yes.
Wow.
Jeremy Lamb first up, Stone Cold Steve Adams, and then finally Serge Ibaka saying no to Derek Black. Yeah, there it is. Lamb just got a piece of heart in. Stone Cold denies Dwight Howard. And Serge.
Charles Smith is crying somewhere.
Triple block. What does it mean?
At number 7, Marcus Smart goes hard at Tarek Black.
That wasn't very smart.
Check the replay. Not very smart, was
he
it?
was gonna try
Tarek
to
Black
hammer
with
that.
beautiful block. I just love the aggression when he beats him at the rim. Great stuff.
At number 6, Bismack Biyombo. This smacks that into the front row. I mean, get out. He falls to the ground here, too.
Also nearly kicks a teammate in the face.
But then,
Incredible effort.
come on the train.
There's a little
and
hand pump walker.
woo, woo.
At number 5, Carl Landry tries to keep it away from Brandon Wright.
Oh, I love the replay. Look at
But
this.
Brandon ain't having it. He's going after it.
Go Gadget Arms.
Just great stuff.
Sticking with the Mavs, Tyson Chandler, one of the best blocks of the season so far. No to Avery Bradley very early in November.
Nice
Is the salute.
Yes.
I mean, that's a tall man that got even taller there with that wingspan.
At
Way
number
up there.
3, we're speeding it up. Kenneth Faried,
Oh,
full
Kenneth.
bore.
Oh
Bang.
my God, that's a dunk block.
That's a dunk block.
It is.
I like it.
It is. Look at that. He takes off before Matthews even takes off.
Yeah, he almost jumps from the free throw line.
Yeah.
He
That's an
devours it.
exaggeration, but nonetheless.
Into the top 3 here, the good stuff. At number 2, Nerlens Noel says no to James Harden. Times it perfectly.
With the flat top, throws it through the rim. You're not dunking over a flat
Oh, get out. Again, perfectly timed on one of the best guys at driving to the rim in the game.
At number 1, another Sixer. The Sixers have the top 2 plays. This one, KJ McDaniels, the volleyball swat on Gravis Vasquez. Get out!
Yeah.
Yeah, who cares? They're 0-14, but the top
Hey,
two block some
top
shots.
2 blocks this far into the season.
That's right.
Doesn't get much better than that.
All right, final break. But when we return, we'll look at the pick and payoff results from last night and Lee's very solid ball movement. So don't go anywhere. You're watching The Starters. Back with The Starters, we're down to the wire here in November's pick and payoff contest between Tass and I. Not a great night for either of us. We both went 2-3. Tass stays 1 game up, but this is the final night because we'll have no shows on Thursday and Friday because of Thanksgiving. Final night for our Battle of November. Let's get to tonight's picks. Oh, I have a chance. We only agree on 3 games. We're taking the Raps over the Hawks. Kaka!
I always bet on the Raps.
The Starters will be down at the Fortress tonight, so say hi if you see us. The Cavs, we'd like them at home to the Wiz, and we like the Thunder at home to the Jazz. The 2 games we disagree on, I'll take the Blazers on the road, you'll take the Hornets at home, and I'll take the Kings on the road, and you'll take the Rockets at home.
You're a real road warrior.
It should be decided tonight, and of course, if you're new to the show here, a reminder of what we're playing for. Whoever has the worst record at the end of November will be doing something weird, embarrassing, whatever you want to call it, in early December on the show. Now, we don't know exactly what it is yet, so if you still have suggestions, let us know, hashtag the starters, but we'll decide then, yes. So, and if we're tied, I guess, after tonight, we'll do another game in December.
We can't be tied because we've got 2 different, FYI.
Ooh,
Math.
Oh,
Math.
Lee, we had a fan sign.
Yes, another
Been a
one
while.
from Serial Sign Cinderella, Michael, at Self-Defeating down in Miami. He gets to see a lot of good games down. They saw Steph last night, and this is what he had to say. The Starters are right. Steph Curry should have LED lights on his shoes that light up. When he heats up, the Starters spit hot fire.
Top 5 MCs, Dylon, 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 Dylon.
There it is. Lee, very solid play of the night.
Yes, sticking
confused.
in Miami, and we saw some beautiful ball movement from the Miami Heat. We've seen a lot of this season, and you know what? It's Thanksgiving. You've got to share and care. I think it'd be great to have dinner with these
Hey,
guys
man,
because they
pass the
share
sweet
it all the
potatoes.
time.
Stop hogging the sweet
And
potatoes.
they finish with a swish bomb. So that's all you have to do, guys. Share the ball move. Look at Norris Cole, where he is, and look where he finishes.
This is nice.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The Heat are following the footsteps of the San Antonio Spurs a little bit, and that's what I call a very solid play.
Excellent. Guys, if you missed it this morning, we recorded sort of a midweek, I guess if you want to call it that, drop podcast. You can subscribe to the show on iTunes. It's available on our new website, nba.com/thestarters as well. We answered a whole lot of your viewer questions. Some of the things we got into: should the NBA abolish conferences? Which under-the-radar players need more attention? And we did talk about Lee's love of sweet potatoes.
They're beautiful.
We actually talked a lot about turkey and whether it's overrated, like Zeke said it was, and all that fun. So check that out and have a great Thanksgiving.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us, folks. And remember, sweet nothings can be just as good as sweet somethings.
Race the weekend, people.